Hi guys, it's Prash from Managed Property Limited over here. So today we're going to talk about acquiring property. What's the best way of being able to get it? So I think the first and most common one is purchasing a property straight from an estate agent. If you're new to the game, but for some of us that's already into that, we'll try to get direct to vendors or even auction houses. There will be others where we would look at maybe getting a deal sources involved. Now, for some of you guys that are thinking about getting into property but does not have too much capital, to be a deal sourcer is a good way of making capital. So what does that mean? A deal sourcer is someone where you'll be looking at deals and trying to package that deal and then sell it to property investors. Some of these property investors are busy people. They, at times they don't have the time to look for these kinds of deals. But if you're someone that's able to package a good deal and sell it to them, they will happily buy it. If ever your deal really stacks up. Yeah, and that's the most important thing, because these property investors are very clever people, and they will be able to smell if the deal ain't good, right? So the other option would be a purchase lease option, where you're able to rent a property from a landlord with the intention of buying it later. Some of these kind of strategies and acquiring properties is used on HMOs. So for landlords that own HMOs before that, thinking about selling it in the future, so people like myself and others like me would try to rent these properties and then buy it from them afterwards. So the other one would be purchasing with delayed completion. So what does that mean? That some of these properties at time you're able to buy, but then you delay the completion because there are some work that you want done to it, so that you are able to bring some value to it and then evaluate the property afterwards. Or there are some of these properties that need some work before the completion can be done, so that the mortgage companies would then release the funds. So these are strategies at time that people would use to be able to buy these kind of properties. The other one will be rent to rent. So if you're new to the game, you don't have too much money, or at a time, property investors, we run out of money, but we still need to get that business to move forward and build on our capital. So a rent to rent is a right deal, where you'll go to a landlord or a homeowner and you would approach them, like to rent your property, and then we'll do kind of contract with them for 3 or 5 years or even more, and then acquire the property and do what we need to do with it. The other option is a lease option. So it's a bit different for an AST, but with a lease option gives you a bit of a right to do some work to the property itself. If you're doing like HMOs or even a service accommodation, where you would have that property for like 10-15 years, where you're able to really work that property and get your capital out. And that's mainly it. Hope that helps, and if anything, or something that you're not too sure about what I've said, please get in touch with me. It's Prash from Managed Property Limited. Cheers.